Every single day, we're being bombarded with tons and tons of advertisements that raise our standards and make us think we have to be more than who we are.
They raise the bar for social expectations, and most of all, they make you feel like a lesser person. In the media, appearance is taken so seriously that it's almost become a rule that you need to be attractive.
This is not okay. This can really put a person down. Some people will stay in front of a mirror for hours wondering if they look good enough.
Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. Marilyn Monroe.
Have you ever asked yourself the question of why do they put all these false models with so much makeup and Photoshop applied to them in these advertisements? Well, it's kind of obvious, right? The models look good, and you think to yourself, if you buy the product, they don't look as good as the models. Well, the thing is, it goes a lot deeper than that.
There's a fine line between jealousy and inspiration. Advertisements that use inspiration are good, as they give you hope of achieving your goal of, let's say, better hair or better skin.
However, ads that use jealousy are luring you into your product. They're making you feel bad and that you have to get the product to be good enough.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Even if you think you're impervious to these kinds of advertisements, they will still get to you. Doing something as simple as looking at the typical Axe cologne advertisement will get into your head, even if it's only in your subconscious.
So what will this do to you? As we said, it'll raise your expectations for yourself, and you'll desperately start trying to make yourself look and be better than healthy. And this is not even the worst of it. Sadness is like a virus and it spreads from person to person.
Let's say somebody on the playground calls you a bad name. You would get angry, then call somebody else names. That person would get angry, call somebody else names, and so on. You see what's going on here?
This is what happens every day in social media. One of the main sources being the comment section in YouTube videos. If someone calls someone a bad name, immediately hundreds and hundreds of people will come flooding in with comments using bad and mean words that could really hit a person where it hurts.
This is called cyberbullying, and it's an ongoing problem on the internet. This is just as bad as ordinary bullying. However, there's one thing that could make it possibly worse. Anybody can do it anytime, consequence-free. After all, on the internet, their identities are concealed, leaving them to act, do, and worst of all, say whatever they want.
Sadness comes from the fall. Strength comes from the climb back up, and happiness comes from reaching the top. Owen Brose.
Once you start feeling down, it might be hard to shake off the bad thoughts, but remember what beauty lies within you.
A way to make sure you aren't feeling sad can be to make a list of your strengths and positive attributes. If you start to think you aren't as good as anyone else, just read the list and it'll remind you of who you are and why you're special.
Another way is to find new friends who like the same things as you. Meeting new people makes them more open to listen to what you're saying.
However, the most important rule of all, the number one thing you should remember, is to never compare yourself to others. Doing so will do you no good and only make you feel worse about yourself.
If you let yourself start thinking, why don't I have abs like that? Or why aren't I as slim as that? You start pointlessly making yourself feel worse, lowering your self-esteem, and tricking yourself into buying products that most likely won't help you. You'll end up endlessly worrying about whether or not you suffice.
The worst thing I could be is the same as everyone else. I would hate that. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The media can heavily affect your perspective on beauty and change the way you think about yourself, but it's up to you to understand your own beauty.
Even if you don't look like that super buff man or that extremely slim woman in the ads on TV, it doesn't matter.
Everyone's beautiful in their own unique way. Always remember to stay proud of who you are, no matter who you are.
Whenever you're feeling down, the only person that can help you is yourself.
Always be proud to be you.